Welcome back, everybody, and today we're going to be doing a demo review. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I should probably pull up what this guy is saying. But what I saw was that he was an MGE. He said that he was stuck in this rank for a while. Let's see. He says basically what the title said last summer. 1,000 hours ago, I was MG2. I've ranked to LE only to lose to MGE again. I need advice to take my game to the next level and eventually go into mythic hubs. Is aim my problem, or is there a fundamental error in my play? And he provided two demos, but we're only going to be going over one of them. They ended up losing this game 16-11, and he finished with 19 kills. Now, note that they were up T side, I think 7-1 at one point, and they just started to collapse. They weren't doing what they used to be doing. And an overall note that I have from the match in my handy dandy notebook is that stick to one spot on both T and CT. So a T default is you have one person palace, one person ramp, one person mid, one person underpass or holding underpass, and one person apps. That's the most basic, most rudimentary. Most teams are going to have the 1A, 1B, 3 mid, so they can get mid control and work off of that. But rudimentary, you have one person in every place, basically. He changes from palace to ramp to mid to underpass to apps, and by doing that, yes, it's good to like move around and figure out what you're comfortable with. But at some point you have to decide what you're comfortable with and stick with that so you can learn how the opponents are playing that position, and probably once you learn how they play, you can then go into getting frags off of their tendencies. If you go into a new position, you don't know if let's say it's the first time you've gone B and it's round 10, they smoke it off. You don't know if they're just smoking it off or if they're pushing behind it or if they're going to flash through it and push. But if you went there every round up until 10, you would know their tendencies. So that's something to be careful for. So I have a dozen or so rounds selected here. So pistol round, they do a contact B. He actually does frag out a bit here. But bombs down. And rip pen. This will work out for you at this level gameplay, but the reason this didn't work out for you at the LE gameplay or level gameplay or above that or around that is because what you're going to do here is you're going to push into market. You're going to take unnecessary gunfights when you have the bomb down. You're going to play too aggressive with the bomb down. Yes, you're up 5-3 with the two-man advantage right now, but still, if this is an LE game, and you get into the habit of swinging market door, which you're about to do, and like peeking unnecessarily and pushing into market, they're going to punish you for that. Remember, it's much easier for them to kill you in that situation when they can hear you storming in. And you're giving up every single advantage you have because they don't know where you are, you know where they are. Just remember that, especially on, T side post lane. So you're going to swing there. Really no reason to be peeking. If that was LE or above that, you were dead right there, and you just completely gave up an advantage. But you're going to continue to swing in here, and because it's a lower level, you're able to frag out. That was actually a good trade, but you should have never been in that position to trade out your teammate. Let's skip to the next round. Alright, so you're going to go mid here, and while you're peeking mid, you don't really peek mid, you just kind of cross with like a flash in your hand, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Side note, you went mid probably about 5 times, and every single time you threw a different flash mid, and I want to say all but one of them were not effective. This one is pretty dog shit. It's not really doing too much. If there's somebody rushing up mid, they will be able to see this and turn away from it. It's kind of worthless, and you're not even like peeking window. You're not pre-aiming window. At a higher level, somebody with a deagle or a scout even, they will punish you for this, and it's bad habits, bad tendencies that you don't want to develop. So this, you throw the flash, and you're already out by the time that you even decide to look window. That's all I really have for this round. Let's skip to round 4. Alright, so you go mid again here, and this is another round where you throw a different flashbang. So yeah, you decide to go mid after a little bit of hesitation. Good shoulder peeks here. So once you have control connector, you want to hold that like you are doing now, except you now fall back and you're going to flash into mid. The only reason you would be doing this is to peek your the nest player, which in this situation is not really worth it, considering you still have a player that's way deep underpass. So if you gave it about 10 more seconds for your underpass player to get up to under window, and then you flashed in, you would be able to double peek the guy window. But solo peeking this is not the right move, especially because you don't know if now one person's creeped into connector, or if a guy's walking up cat. You have no information and you're all alone. So you're about to give up a man advantage if they do punish you for this. So that flash does absolutely nothing. You do peek window, you see the guy, he should have been spotted on your radar there. I'm assuming you know that he's there. Now you're getting a little antsy. Your player is under window, but he's not looking up at window. I don't know if you didn't make the call to him or what happened, but he's not looking at window at all. All he has to do is peek window, and the guy's dead because he's scoped in on you, and he's up on the he's not crouched on the ground there. He's crouched on the little, like there's a wooden stand. But so he's crouched on that, and you're going to peek him here. You're baiting him a little bit too much, and you get punished for that. And your teammate could easily get that trade, but at this level, it's just not going to happen. So let's skip to round 5. So let's see. You go mid once again. I'm pretty sure you throw another flash here. This one, that flash is literally doing nothing. It's gonna, even if it does flash, it's not really flashing too much. Worst case scenario, it goes behind the boxes, and it doesn't really flash anything. And the reason for that flash is one, to flash the window player if you want to get out, which is alright if you have more than one person going mid. And 2, it's to flash off the people pushing mid if there are people pushing mid. So first you have to check window, barely check window. But if you want to get out with multiple people, if you're alone there, the first thing you want to do after you throw that flash is hold for a push. And you fail to do that, you don't even consider that they could push up. You hold window. Even after they flash you from really close, you're like, man, where did that flash come from? Where could that have come from? And the guy just runs up and almost frags you. Luckily, your teammate comes out, saves the day, and then you stay alive. You get up to ramp. You obviously have a call that somebody's close ramp. He's tagged. You're checking all these corners that you wouldn't normally check. But so right here, you have contact. He is now shooting your teammate in Palace. If this fight goes the other way and the CT kills the T, you're kind of fucked because you're still trying to check all the angles instead of going for the trade when you know that that guy is the one that is close ramp. So you're still jiggling all of this. If that would have gone the other way and the CT would have won that, you would have been kind of fucked here, especially with your 9 HP. You got to run out there and attempt to help trade. So, round 6, you did have a good post plant that I want to skip to. So you work around the smoke that you threw on top of another smoke, but instead of like wide swinging, you always flash. That's a good flash. If you threw one of those for mid, that would have worked out. You see a guy, you have contact, you're just fucking with him at this point, you're just holding him, and that's all you want to do. That flash is a pretty good flash. Once again, if you threw one of those like for mid, that would be a lot more effective than the ones that you're throwing. So you do get the frag here, and that is a good play. Let's skip to round 7. You run out mid here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I may have had the wrong round. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's see. Yeah, I skipped this round because it wasn't a full buy. One of these rounds you run out mid. Trust me. Here we go. Here we go. I had it. One off. So once again, a different flash. That will do a little bit, but anybody mid will be able to see that turn from it. So a standard CT setup on Mirage is 1 A site, 1 connector, 1 nest, 1 cat, 1 B site. So with that in mind, you know that there's a guy underpass. We can see Molly there. He just died cat. That's the cat player dead. You're still holding cat. I don't know if there's a miscommunication or you just didn't realize, but that's one of the things that you want to get better at, is being aware of what's going on in the game. It might seem small. It might seem, oh, who cares? What if somebody else pushed cat? I have other teammates watching other things. No. At a higher level, you need to be aware that that's the cat player dead. The other person is sight, and obviously just died from your teammates shooting him. On B site, so now you know that everything is clear B except for the guy underpass. So you just have to be constantly aware of where these people can be. You also smoke window off here, which is it's an alright idea, except your player's already in connector, so this window smoke isn't going to do too much, considering you could have walked up connector with your player, and them peeking window would have no difference at all. So you're kind of wasting a smoke here, and then on top of that you waste an HE nade. You threw it directly at a wall, which it bounced off and didn't really do anything. So let's skip to round 9. This is, yes, so you guys are up 7-1. This is where it all goes to shit. I'm pretty sure the half either goes 7-8 you all or 8-7 them. I said that backwards. But so, you're going underpass here. You have a player out mid. He knows that nobody is nest or nobody's peeked nest. You're doing a good job at peeking con. They're on pistol. So, as a underpass flank, you want to have a contact. Underpass flanks are completely worthless if you're the first people making contact. If you have a guy all the way out cat at this point and he's running down mid, you should have gone mid with him. You being underpass is not helping the situation at all. The only reason you would ever flank underpass is either you're about to pinch A by boosting into window, or you already have A presence and there's contact A, so you can come up behind the people stairs or even jungle or triple and get that kill. You being first contact here is not good. You have full nades, and instead of reacting immediately to smoke off window like you did in the round prior, or grenade the guy that just killed your teammate, you take a fight, you shoot, giving away your position, and now somebody from window can peek you. Let's go to round 10. So there's one minor thing here. So the guy is up on left side balcony, and he's gonna jiggle. So you know he's there. You both know exactly where each other are. And he has the complete advantage because he can peek whenever he wants to, and you're out in the open. What you do here is you fall back because he has the advantage. There's no reason for you to take this gunfight. It's already a 3v5. You should regroup with your teammates and figure out what to do because you guys are completely spread out from the map. So you got you and Apps, you got a player in Palace, and you have a guy underpass. You have to pinch something with your teammates or all push out somewhere and take a site. Sorry about that. Taking this fight is completely worthless, and remember, he even has the advantage. If he didn't have the advantage, maybe you could lurk out B and try to get a pick, but he knows where you are. He can peek right into you, and he can frag you. There's actually no reason to take that fight. So let's skip to round 14. You guys go down once again. Yeah, this half finishes 8-7 you all. But so you get out. So now, because it's MGE, the bomb was left in ramp. You guys are out on site. You have 2 people mid, 2 people A site. If the 2 people mid would have gone A site in the first place, this would have been an easy round win. You could have probably finished the half 10-5. But unfortunately, not everything works out that well. So you are now stuck in a 3 versus 3. You could make something happen. You know that there's one jungle. You could push up. But you're getting a little impatient here with your peaks. So this is good if you just stay in that corner and you wait. But you're just getting nervous. You're just getting nervous. You have to be calm and collected in those kind of situations and work off of your teammates' frags, especially in that sort of position all the way up there. They don't know that you're there. They know that it's not clear, but they don't know that you're in that certain spot. And you can roughly assume where they're going to be coming from. So in that situation, you just have to just calm it down. Don't peek into them, but just get into a position where they walk past you. And that's it for T side. Let's jump to CT. So now it's a tied game, 9-9. Alright. So you're going to be playing mid from connector here. So far, so good. You throw the smoke down so you can see at this point. Alright, so a guy walks up past you. Easy frag. You have complete connector control. You know nobody's there. You have no footsteps indicating that somebody would be running up. So you leave connector and you flash yourself back into it. And then you run to a different spot, completely giving up your position. You don't know if underpass is clear. You don't know if bottom mid's clear. You don't know if chair is clear. And in fact, they aren't. And you just ran up to window. The guy under window now knows that you're there. Can make the call and frag you. So once again, you're gonna get impatient here. You're holding cat. Your teammate says cat's clear. I don't know what you're looking at here. The only way that they're back there is if they go through the vent. That's unbroken at this point in time. No reason to be looking at that. You fail to walk. Your teammate goes down mid. Really should have been a double peek. You should have swung with him, but instead you still have a flash. Instead of flashing yourself out, you just wide swing unnecessarily, giving yourself the wide swing there, giving yourself such a disadvantage because now two of them know exactly where you are. Because it's MGE, you end up getting a frag here, but in a higher level you would not. So we got 2 more rounds. So round 23, it's going to be an A execute. You're going to continue to play mid from connector. You do get a nice kill here, but immediately after getting that kill, you need to change your position because the T's now know where you are, and that's an easy spot for them to peek you. So you have to change your position a little bit faster than that. But at this point, the A smokes start to come down. Your B-site player needs to rotate through cat, not through underpass, so he can watch your connector run up and you can be focused on A site. They do throw a bad jungle smoke, and you do end up working around it, but you completely overextend yourself. There's no reason to peek past like a step back from this point. They have to walk past you. They don't know that you're there. You can see Palace, but instead you continue to swing out because you know that there's one Tetris too, so you got to get that Tetris kill. But in fact, you don't know that Palace is not clear. So you just get fragged. And our last round, round 25, your last hope, one of your last hopes in this game, full buy versus full buy. Almost full buy, at least. Let's see. You get into a 1v1 situation here, right at the end of the round. Let's see, so it's a B. Your teammate goes down here, you get a frag. Alright, so now it's a 1v1. The guy knows that you're market door, but he doesn't know where you are now. He knows that you were market door, but he doesn't know where you are now. In this situation, you have flash, smoke. I probably wouldn't use any of those nades in this situation, but they are available to you. You don't use them either. And the biggest issue here is you fail to walk. You completely give away your position. The bomb is down, and the T just has to like play ring around the rosy with you because you're running, giving away sound cues. He knows exactly where you are. Let's see. You make a step. You made a step when I've rewatched it. All right, I swear to God. It's just it was a bad site clear. You peeked into way too many angles. I would much rather see you go on the right side of the site instead of the left side, which you just went across. Or maybe hold a position, hold an angle on the right side of sight, wait for the T to get a little antsy, or at least just hold something for about 5 seconds. The bomb is still super early. Yeah, you still got like a solid 15 seconds, 20 seconds. So you just got to play it a little bit more slow. Overall, you're a bit antsy, you're taking unnecessary gunfights, you're not getting good at one position, you're being alright at every position, which is not as good as being good at one position. But the aim could use some work, could use some polishing. There is some gunfights that should have been handled a lot cleaner than they were, but overall, you're not putting yourself in good positions to frag out. You're making it very difficult on yourself. So, thank you all for watching. If you have a demo that you would like to be reviewed by me, please just leave it in a comment. Leave the Steam Run Game thing in the comments, and I will be sure to check it out. Please leave your rank and your in-game name, because some people don't do that, and it makes the video kind of worthless. Also, add a question, what I need to work on, or some specific, hey, what about my B site hold, or some kind of specific question, so we have some sort of basis. Also, I've been streaming on Twitch just about every day now, so there's a link in the in the description if you do want to follow me, and please check that out. So, thank you all for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.